What up, Machinima? Big OpTic Hex here from OpTic Nation. Today I'm bringing you a game of free-for-all in Salvage. And Salvage is one of those maps that I personally think that they got pretty much bored with the way they were doing maps, and they decided to just pile on a shitload of cars and just drop them right in the middle and make a maze out of it. And not for nothing, it's a breath of fresh air, and I don't mind new map. But it's just, if I had to pick one of the maps that I don't like out of the new downloadable content, I would say that this is the map that I don't like. I like that it's tight quarters, and I like that there's a lot of blind corners that you don't know what the deal is, and I love the way Commando just makes some random nobody an invincible person and will walk through your bullets and knife you in the face. And unless you're only use me blade or you're doing that type of gameplay, you should not be using it. So yeah, I mean, there's really no, I just don't understand why you need this crutch. I don't get it, but whatever, it's in the game. I can spend hours complaining about everything that I hate about the game, but I'm not going to. Well, my perks today are Sleight of Hand Pro, Stopping Power Pro, and as always, Ninja Pro. I like Ninja Pro over any other third perk, simply because I just like the fact that it makes your footsteps silent and you can run around and not be noticed by any, sound whore, even though I'm sound whoring myself. Double standard, sure. I like sound whore, but I don't like it when you sound whore me. I do like sniping, and I like to snipe without steady aim pro. I don't like, I became a good enough sniper to where I don't need that crutch. I don't need the small crosshairs to help me guide my buttons or guide my crosshairs to my enemy and be more accurate with it. I use the bigger crosshairs because I like to challenge myself a bit, which is also why I use the Deagle instead of the Magnum. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Magnum. It's just that the Deagle just looks so sexy when you're shooting somebody at a at a high rate. But nonetheless, here we go. We're playing in Salvage. And what I'm doing here is I'm just doing a little recon to see who's where. I see someone shooting at me, but I didn't spot him until I landed. And I get shot from across the map. And again, this is the map that I had to choose if I was to choose the one that I don't like. But it doesn't mean that I hate it. I like it okay. It's just that, there are far better maps out there. And those maps you can usually find on Call of Duty 4 or Call of Duty 2. I'm not knocking the maps on this one. Of course, there's a lot of good maps. If I had to pick my favorite map in the new Modern Warfare 2 series as a whole, not just the new downloadable content, I would have to say that Favela is one of my favorite maps, simply because it most resembles Toujane, Tunisia, a Call of Duty 2 map that will go down in ages as the best Call of Duty 2 map or Call of Duty map ever made. It's, again, the most well-balanced map out there. And I would like to hear your opinion. What map do you like the most? And if you could have your choice of Infinity Ward giving you the right or the privilege of picking what map to bring back on the next downloadable maps, please tell me what you would think would be a good map to bring back. As I mentioned, I would love to see Toujane come back. Matmata Tunisia will be another good map that I personally liked. I loved it for Capture the Flag, and Capture the Flag was one of those game types that they didn't bring on Call of Duty 4, and I was really sad about that because Capture the Flag is really, really awesome, and Capture the Flag is one of those things that I like simply because I played it before. I played it in a racing game called Midnight Club, and I don't know if it was called Capture the Flag, but it was one of those multiplayer games that was on there, and I was a late bloomer in this whole video game thing. I didn't start playing video games, online until I was already moved out of my mom's house and got myself my first apartment, which is a funny story because when I first moved out and I went to the store with my girlfriend who was living with me at the time. I mean, she's still living with me now, 7 years later, but she literally said to me, if you buy this Xbox, it's going to be a dumb investment and it's going to be a dumb purchase because this Xbox is just going to sit at the bottom of the TV collecting dust. You will never use it. Because I was that type of person. I'd never, sat in one place and just did nothing for literally hours. And she's eating her words. Every day since I got the Xbox, she's been eating her words. And even then, when I got the Xbox, I didn't really play it as much until I bought the live option that, as you see here, and I sniped for the first time on Call of Duty 2, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And a couple of hours went by, and I was addicted. So yeah, that's my story on how I got into gaming. How I got into gaming professionally, that's I don't know. That just came along the way. I've always been a competitive person, so it was in my path to be competitive in anything that I do, including video games. But now I concentrate more on making videos, and I always wanted to record myself. On anything. I used to have a nice little basketball highlight reel that I had, because back when and one was really popular, the whole tricks and unnecessary movements that you would do just to be flashy in a game of basketball was really something that attracted me to it, and I did it a lot. And I guess I'm just that type of person, the flashy person. In this game, obviously, a quick scope, I make montages to be flashy, and the same went for sports. And I was always good at sports, so me being flashy and me trying to make my opponent look like a dick was just in my blood. So I do it here too, I guess. Right here, I got tricked. That dude pretending like he was gonna go hide in that cylinder, and he didn't. He came back and knifed me, and that's my fault. I should have killed him. But yeah, make sure you guys tell me which maps you would bring back. I'm really curious to see. Actually, let's make it interesting. Don't just even mention maps that have been created by Infinity Ward. If you would like to see a map from Battlefield Bad Company, Rainbow Six, any map out there, if you have a suggestion, or even Zelda: The Ocarina of Time. I know a lot of you would love to play some Hyrule matches or the castle matches. Yeah, again, Zelda was one of those games that I played, but not to the point where I would be considered a hardcore gamer, as I am considered now, because that's what I do. I go to work 40 hours a week. I have a daughter that I take care of daily. I work from home, so that gives me the option of not getting a babysitter while my girlfriend's at work. So I get to play from literally Monday through Thursday from the hours of 7 p.m. to whenever, because she goes to sleep pretty early. But that's neither here or there. Right here I get sprayed down because that guy did not let off that trigger. But I'm about to end this game with a nice little jump shot. And if you guys like this type of sniping, and if you guys would like to see more types of videos like these, we post a lot of montages weekly from some of the members that we have on there. And I got to tell you, I have a nice little stable of quick scopers and good snipers. So again, if you would like to see more of this, please be sure to visit the channel that's going to be listed at the end of this video. Machinima, thank you for allowing me to post. This has been OpTic Hex. I'm out. Peace. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter. There you'll find the latest updates from our premier directors and the Machinima Respawn team.